Hey there, welcome to Craft Central Designs. Today I'm sharing with you a beautiful summer watermelon themed wreath. I made this very colorful deco mesh wreath for a dear friend of mine for her birthday, and I thought I would take you all along with me as I create this wreath. Welcome back to my subscribers, and welcome to all visiting my channel today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy this tutorial, and as well, subscribe to my channel so you may be notified each and every time I upload a new tutorial. Okay, let me show you how I created this beautiful summer watermelon themed wreath. Let's look at the materials that we will need to create this wreath. I have this beautiful Hello Summer sign that I purchased in the spring department at Hobby Lobby at 40% off. It's a beautiful sign, very rich color, and it's a nice size sign, and the thickness is very nice as well. I have there a 14-inch wire wreath frame from the Dollar Tree. I purchased a multi-pack of 6-inch wide deco mesh, red, green, and white. Now, I'm going to advise you to search for a green that's a little more compatible to the watermelon color. I had a great deal of trouble finding a 6-inch wide green to match the watermelon, the actual authentic watermelon colors. I made a wreath similar to this last year, and Dollar Tree did carry a green that was a great color of green for this particular wreath, but I was unable to find that green deco mesh at the Dollar Tree this year, so hopefully you'll have better luck than I did. But I went ahead and used the green, and for the most part, the green was covered up anyway by all the beautiful ribbon bundles we're going to be creating for this wreath. Okay, I'm showing you all of the ribbons that I had available to me to use on this wreath. I put in a search in Amazon for watermelon themed wired ribbons, and they have quite a selection on Amazon. And also I noticed lately that on Temu they have the same multi-packs of ribbons for like $4 and $5 less. So I placed my first order with Temu. I'll let you know what I think once I receive the order. But these particular ribbons, I ordered a couple of different multi-packs of ribbons on Amazon. You can also find beautiful watermelon ribbons on craftoutlet.com, another source that I love to go to for wreath making supplies. I have there a stack of red pipe cleaners. I love the pipe cleaners from Hobby Lobby. And I have some red mesh tubing from the Dollar Tree. I'll be using scissors, my hot glue gun with Gorilla Hot Glue, and Aleene's Tacky Glue. Going to start by preparing the ribbon bundles. I used 24, deco mesh bundles. I meant to say deco mesh bundles. We're going to be cutting the deco mesh in 16-inch pieces, and I'm going to be using one color per bundle. So I'm going to use a red piece, a green piece, and a white piece per bundle. At 16 inches in length, again, this is 6-inch wide deco mesh. I'm going to be using the woodland method to create my bundles. And I'm going to start by factory edges on the left and the right, And I'm going to roll up the end of my deco mesh 2 to 3 times. And I'm getting my clips ready. I get my clips at the Dollar Tree, but you could use a chip clip or a clothespin or whatever kind of clip you have handy. And then I turn it around. I roll up the other side 2 to 3 inches. I place my thumbs down and I use my fingertips to crawl up that deco mesh to the other side, and then I clip it. And I'm going to do the same with the white. Roll it up 2 to 3 times. And I'm going to place a clip on there. You'll need to keep 3 clips handy while you create these bundles. And I roll up the other side just the same way I did the first one. 2 to 3 times, roll it up, place a clip, turn it around, 2 to 3 times, roll it up, place your thumbs down, and crawl up that deco mesh with your fingertips. Now I'm going to take all 3 of those pieces, kind of crisscross them a bit, and then I'm going to take a half a pipe cleaner, wrap it around, nice and secure, bring it around the back, try and have your pipe cleaner tails somewhat even, give it a good twist, 2 or 3 twists in the back. And the reason for keeping the pipe cleaner tails even is so that when you go to apply it to your wire wreath frame, it's a little bit of an easier process if your pipe cleaner tails are even. I'm going to show you that one more time. 16-inch pieces, 1 color, each per bundle. Now, if you use a rotary cutter, that's fine. I'm just using scissors. I'm going to roll up the end 2 to 3 times. Be sure that you have your clip handy. Turn it around. Roll it up 2 to 3 times. Place your thumbs down. Crawl up the deco mesh with your fingertips to the other side and clip it. And the same with the green. Roll it up 2 to 3 times. Clip it. Same with the other side. Crawl up the deco mesh with your fingertips. And last but not least, the white. Roll it up 2 to 3 times. Clip it. Turn it around. The other side, the same. And crawl up your deco mesh with your fingertips. And we're going to take all 3 of those and place them together, secured with a half of a pipe cleaner, tails even in the back. See how I even it out there? And give it a couple of good twists and create 24 bundles just like that. And here we have most of the bundles already applied. We're going to be placing our deco mesh bundles on the 2nd wire from the inside and the 3rd wire from the inside. I'm just going to zigzag, placing them on that wreath frame. The 2nd wire, then the 3rd, then the 2nd, then the 3rd. You just place the bundle on the wire, flip it over, pull it tightly, give that pipe cleaner a couple of good twists in the back, and fill up that wreath frame with those beautiful deco mesh bundles. Now, I'm showing you here, I have a vast assortment of watermelon ribbons, and I love the fact that I have so many different patterns because this creates a really beautiful look for this wreath. Having all of the bright colors and the different patterns, it just has so much visual interest. I'm going to be creating ribbon bundles, and I'm going to cut my ribbons in 8-inch sections. I'm going to be pairing up my ribbons with other ribbons that I feel that look, really attractive together. And then I take a half a pipe cleaner after I scrunch up my ribbon in the center, and I wrap it around, give it a couple of good twists, and then I cut some dovetails on the end of my ribbons. Now I like my ribbon bundles a little bit shorter than many of the wreaths that I've seen. I really don't prefer for my ribbons to lay over my deco mesh. I like them rather to just poke up, and then I take through the deco mesh, and then I just, kind of bend the tips over and just let my ribbon bundles just peek up through the deco mesh. Look at all the beautiful watermelon ribbons. Oh my gosh, such color and variety. I'm also going to be creating mesh tubing bundles. I create 2 figure 8s with my deco mesh tubing, and then I leave about a 6-inch tail, take a half a pipe cleaner, wrap it around, and give it a twist. I created 18 ribbon bundles and 8 mesh tubing bundles. So beautiful, these ribbons. Okay, I'm showing you here again just basically how I laid my ribbons out so I could choose what ribbons I thought were, would look especially beautiful together in ribbon bundles. Okay, I have my sign here, which I'm prepping to place on my wreath frame. I'm using a full-size pipe cleaner, and I'm going to hot glue that down. And I also have a piece of white felt that I'm going to place over that for extra security. Now, if you're concerned about your wreath being out in extremely warm temperatures, you can use some Aleene's tacky glue underneath that felt as well. And I simply take my sign and attach it by pressing my fingers through the deco mesh, finding a wreath wire, and twisting those pipe cleaners on the back of the sign around a wreath wire. Now I'm going to be creating an extremely beautiful watermelon themed bow. This is going to be so pretty on this piece. I'm going to be creating my loops on for this layer of my bow. This is going to be a triple ribbon bow. And I'm going to be creating my loops for the base, which is what I'm creating here. This will be the bottom tier of my bow in 10-inch long lengths. I'm going to create 3 loops on each side. And that's layer number 1. I'm going to leave 12-inch tails. I'm going to take a full-size pipe cleaner and wrap it around the back to secure all of those loops. If you would like to see a slow, methodical, detailed tutorial on how I create bows, I have multiple tutorials. Look on my playlist, depending upon what kind of bow you want to make. A mixed ribbon bow or just a single ribbon bow. I have tutorials on all that. Okay, this is going to be layer number 2, and I chose this beautiful red watermelon themed ribbon to add lots of color to my bow. I'm going to create these loops just a little bit smaller, around 9 to 9.5 inches in length. And I'm going to create a 6 loop bow or 3 loops on each side. I just fold over my loops, twist my ribbons so that I always have the right side up, pinch it in the center, and I'm going to apply another pipe cleaner around those loops and secure that by twisting it in the back. And now I have layer number 2, and I leave 12-inch tails on there as well. I like to leave my tails long until I've decided exactly how short I want to cut them off once it's actually on the wreath. I'm going to be placing this bow at 5 o'clock on this wreath. For my watermelon, when I placed my watermelon sign, I tilted my watermelon slightly to the right. I didn't want it straight across the wreath, so I gave it a little bit of a tilt, as you'll notice when you see the finished wreath. And this is layer number 3, or the top tier of my triple ribbon bow. This bow is going to, this particular layer or this bow is going to have 2 loops on each side. The layers are the loops, are going to be around 8.5 to 9 inches, so just a tad bit smaller. As you graduate up the bow from the bottom layer to the next layer to the top layer, I make each of my bow's length of loops just a little bit smaller. I place a loop right down the center by simply tucking that loop under and securing it with my thumb underneath. And I'm going to take the pipe cleaner from the back, bring it around, twist it in the back to secure all of those loops. And again, watch my tutorials. I take it very slow and methodical, and hopefully you'll learn to make bows like I do. It's a wonderful skill to be able to make beautiful bows. However, you could use a bow dabra. You could use an easy bow maker. I think it's just a wonderful skill to have, to be able to create beautiful bows for a wreath or for a gift or for a Christmas tree. I mean, there's so many reasons to create a beautiful bow. Okay, so we're going to stack all of these layers together, and I have my base layer there. I'm opening up my loops, and I place my hand right in between the tails, and I'm going to place layer number 2. I cut off the back of my pipe cleaners because I wanted a nice flush application, one bow on top of another. And I put that beautiful red, oh, you can see how gorgeous this is together. Beautiful red watermelon ribbon there, and for the second layer. And then I have layer number 3, the top layer with that single loop going right down the center of the bow. Now I have everything all pressed together. I'm showing you there. I'm lined up the centers of my bows. I'm pressing it very firmly together, and I'm going to take a full-size pipe cleaner, push it right through that center loop so I can secure all of those bows together. And there you see me doing that. I bring the tails of the pipe cleaner around the back. I hold it very firmly. And I'm just going to twist that in the back so I have all of my bows nice and secure together. I'm going to place my fingers into the deco mesh on that wreath frame, find a wire, and attach. And here we have the finished wreath. And it's so colorful and so beautiful. And I had so many ribbon bundles on there that I never saw much of that green deco mesh that I was not so crazy about in the beginning. I love this wreath. I think it's just so summery and so beautiful. And I hope you like it as well. And until next time, you all take care.